Jesus, take my life and lead me on. Oh Lord, you have my heart, and I will search for yours. Let me be to you a sacrifice. And I will praise you, Lord. And I will sing of love come down as you show your face. We'll see your glory here.
Oh Lord, you have my heart, and I will search for yours. Jesus, take my life and lead me on. Oh Lord, you have my heart, and I will search for yours. Let me be to you a sacrifice. Sing, I will praise you, Lord.
Praise you,
And I will sing of love come down.
sing of love come.
As you show your face, we'll see your glory here. And I will praise you, Lord. And I will sing of love come down. And as you show your face, we'll see your glory here. We'll see your glory here. We'll see your glory here. Oh, we'll see your glory.
See your glory
here.
Brother, we've had a long road, but a happy road as brothers, and we wish you all the best in the world. You know we love you, and we'll be here for you till the end. Lord bless you.
Hi, Mike. This is your oldest brother, and we love you, and wish you all the best, and glad we can be part of this.
Mike, we wish you happy birthday, and I hope it was a surprise.
Hi Mike, I love you, and you've always been a big inspiration to me, and I've always really looked up to you because even though you were younger, you were always one that I wanted to be more like. So I love you, and sorry we missed your actual birthday, but happy birthday.
I'm Mike's mother, and he's my pastor, and I love him very much.
and he's a good pastor. He had curly hair, and everybody thought he was so cute.
It was the worst thing in my life. Come here, Grandma, baby. Sit down. The worst thing in my life was when my mom called me. Happy
birthday,
Mike. Letting these boys hit you.
You have a lot of many blessed birthdays. Love you very much.
That's awful, because that was the you guys have got. Mike, this has been a long, long time, and I just hope you stay healthy and happy like you are now because the Lord's taking care of you.
Happy birthday,
What I'm saying is,
No, I had no ideas for this, and but I still don't know what it is.
I told you I'd be young.
Yeah. But I didn't really. I still don't know.
Still didn't think about you, huh?
Nah, not really. Except we're still kind of surprise what? Happy birthday. Well, thanks.
Not fun, are they, honey?
Not at 39.
I know. It gets worse, believe me. See, I was He's a baby. See, he's just turned 60 now.
You didn't have to say that. That ain't good.
He's 17 when he graduated.
he told me, he said, no, nobody else is doing it. I'm not gonna use it.
It's not fun.
Hey, bro.
I wouldn't doubt.
No, did Dave die from his wounds, eventually from his wounds from Vietnam?
See, Dave was a dog.
Yeah.
And he found out somebody was adopted, and he didn't make her closer. He betrayed her. He did that.
Very nice, that thing. All of us still like it.
Oops, sorry.
Come here, baby.
You guys have to pass the salad now.
I know what
Right there beside you.
Why did I get Santa Claus?
Hey,
Don't get there first, you can wreck.
When I first knew it, I didn't know we did too. I didn't see
Why?
Rome, and I thought,
The coordinator is
a little bit too soon. Rome together tonight, it's a family.
Dad, is this in the white color?
is the one with the paper.
Play some Dave.
She's got some music, I think. She's supposed to play on CD. Oh.
Karen, can you take that picture?
About the what?
Remember how you
Yes. Yeah, I was really wanting to do something tonight. It was important.
Aroma, is this okay?
Yeah.
Mike, you see any pictures of your kids?
Guys. My little boys, my little boy friends.
Wait, Dad. Have a seat. You're not the leader tonight.
Now I see some purple. I see some Bobby coming out in her name.
I'll get it done.
Now I see.
Sit down, Daddy. You're the guest tonight. You get to be honored and rest.
I see her mommy coming out.
Just plug it in over there somewhere. Will you?
You ready?
We would like to thank the family and friends for coming tonight. My sister, Amy, and my brother, Michael, we decided that we wanted to do something special for our father. Dad has always done so much for us, and we thought this would be a good time. It's his birthday. The number doesn't matter. Dad has always said numbers doesn't matter. It's how you feel in your heart. And he's a man that holds many titles. He's a pastor to some of us. He's a father. He is an uncle. He's a grandfather, and he holds many titles, and he serves them well. And we've got a school friend with him here tonight, Sandy Bray, which was Wallace. If she would stand, her and her husband, we would like to thank them for coming. As she was looking at the school pictures, she said,
Mike.
let her take her liberty.
Mike was one of my very, very special people. Our class was closed, but I thought I was one of the guys. I didn't ever want to be the girls. I wanted to be one of the guys. So they included me like one of the guys. So every night after school, they'd drop me off at Davis Camps and take Mike on down the highway. Before I would get my clothes changed, we'd be ready to play football in the yard. But we played, what do you want, sweetheart?
Kevin, put that back on him.
I watched him play basketball, I watched him play football, I watched him play baseball, and we were just such good buddies. And we've always been, and I hope we always will be. These are the friends that you never ever forget. And he's special to me, and he always has been. And I just love him. And I say, happy birthday to you, baby.
I would like to have his older brother, the oldest of the family. He was the one that started out, Brother Van Gifford. If he would come and like to say a word, We would like to take our liberty and time tonight, if you don't mind, and bear with us. We do want to get this on video because we're making lifetime memories.
I thought maybe you'd start with the youngest.
You're the wisest.
Happy birthday, brother. Love you. Mike is a special person, even if he wasn't my brother. And he's been my pastor, and I worked together with him at Viking for many years. And one of the things that sticks out in my mind is that, and maybe there's things about him that I don't know, but I've never seen him mad. I've never had one argument with him. I've never heard one bad word come out of his mouth. And he's been Mike. all the way through. When he's 17 years old, you have to have breaks in life. You have to take advantage of breaks. You have to put yourself forward. You have to do what it takes to get on with life. You have to put legs on your prayers. Mike was 17 when he graduated, and some young man in Lucasville said, "Hey, my brother was offered a job in Cincinnati." I said, "I don't want it. You don't want it. Would you like to go?" So here, this little country boy, never been much out of Portsmouth. He says, "Sure, I'll take it." So he goes to Cincinnati in the big bad world, facing all the people. I can't hardly, my legs are shaking. So he goes up there, and probably, I don't know, in June or July, he didn't turn 18 until October, I guess. So here he goes, and he gets a job in the shop. We didn't know, or he didn't know, what he's getting into. But he went to work in a sprinkler shop. And so as a family, as people in Portsmouth with not much jobs available, the young people had to go out of town. So here he goes, starting in a shop, probably making $60 a week. And he works, I think January, February, they seen that he was an intelligent young man. They promoted him to engineering. I worked on bridge construction, helping build the bridges in New Boston area, Willisburg. We shut the job down in December, and I started out as 47th labor. I ended up, 3 of us, shutting the job down. I was on unemployment. Mike calls and says, "Hey, brother, would you want to come to Cincinnati and go to work in a shop?" I was making $63 a week. Well, my first paycheck was $67. And so I went. So from that, what I'm trying to get through is from that point on, Mike got involved in the sprinkler business. I got involved. We didn't know what we was getting into. Jim got involved. The whole family almost, except Janet, got involved in the sprinklers. And we're still involved big time. That shows you, if you put your foot forward and your mind into it, it's hard work, you'll succeed. And he has. He's the vice president of one of the largest sprinkler corporations in the United States. The other thing that I wanted to say about him, at 22 years old, he was offered a church and a pastor. Most 22-year-olds would say, "I can't do that." He had the opportunity, and he done that. And he's been pastoring ever since. I love him.
After Dan came, the family was blessed with a little girl, and her name was Janet. And I would like Janet to come forward at this time. There's Janet, our one and only aunt, the sister.
Well, I'm not very good at making speeches, but Mike's always been very special in my life. And I think when we were smaller, we were about as close as any of the kids were. And like Dan said, I've never heard a cross word out of him, never heard him argue and fight with anybody. And he was always there whenever we needed him for whatever. I remember one time when I lived in Adams County, I was very sick. And he found out I was sick and was out of my medication. And he stayed off of work that day, went to Hart's, picked up my prescription, and brought it to Adams County to me. He said that he didn't want me being sick, and that anytime I needed anything, to come to him. And he's that way with anyone. He will do anything for anyone, and I love him very much.
Well, there was 6 family, or kids formed in that family, and Dad happened to be number 3. But we're going to skip him for now, and we're going to go to Brother Jim. They are 15 months apart. Like Brother Jim.
Well, 15 months apart, and I'm the one that knows all the secrets. And I'd have to say that, you see the emotion among the family and everything. And to talk about Mike Gifford, you gotta be genuine and understand what true love is. Scripture talks about how Jesus is closer than a brother. In order for the scripture to make the illustration using a brother, it had to mean that a brother was really something genuine in the flesh, that it surpassed anything else almost. And I know that Brother Mike is probably the tops. We have love in our family and love one to another, but I know everybody loves Brother Mike, but I was with him. We played football together. I was there when '63, when the SOC champs was Lucasville, and I was there when Mike was state all-star and in basketball and football, and he was there, every time that I needed him. I remember coming into high school as a freshman, and of course you get initiated. Now back then, when they initiated you, they took about 50 boys and they piled up on one little guy that was laying flat on the field. And they had to outlaw it because so many kids was dying because they get suffocated. And so it came my turn to get initiated. And I dreaded it. I hate claustrophobia anyway. And so anyway, I just want to use this to illustrate how Brother Mike was. The first guy, he tackles you. 2 or 3 guys tackle you. And just so happened, somebody got their foot in the pit of my stomach. Then next came the next 10 guys, then the next 10 guys, and next thing you know, I got 30 or 40 guys on my back. And all bearing down on this foot. Just when I knew that I was getting ready to pass out because I couldn't get any oxygen, I looked up and Brother Mike's standing there like that. He said, "You okay?" I said, "Oh." He started grabbing the guys, pulling them off. And that's what it was, me and Brother Mike, all through life. We ministered together. I was his assistant pastor for 6 years. He's the one that got me in church. Mom got me to go that night, but Brother Mike's continual harassing about, "You need to get in church," is the one that got me in church. There's so many other things that I could say tonight that I've seen, in Brother Mike Gifford's life, but it doesn't make any difference whether he's a teenager. I remember him being vice president of his high school class because he had so much integrity. One of the very popular young ladies there at the high school said, Mike said, "I think so much of you, I don't think we could date because you're such a good friend." And that's the way Brother Mike was, and that's the way he is today. He's been at a lot of things to a lot of people. I'd have to say that Mike has been as much a father to a lot of people as some fathers are to their children. And not just one or two. I know of different countless situations where he's helped people financially through school and different things. And all I can say is, Mike was kind of my mentor, and he was my, the one that I wanted to be like. And I don't know whether I achieved it or not, but I sure had a good example, and that's Brother Mike.
Then number 4, Brother Tom came in the family. 5, I'm sorry, I'm losing track. 4, large family. If Brother Tom will come, we'd love to hear Brother Tom.
don't know if I'm very capable of this tonight or not, because everybody's already got me tore up. Thanking Mike. I mean, my life basically. He started me in sprinkler business. He got me in sports and so forth. And so I'm kind of jello inside trying to say what I need to say here, but I have to, so I'll give it my best shot. I wanted you to know, brother, after 41 years, here I got my first ball glove that this man ever bought me. There were so many highlights in my life. Just too many to remember, and it's all for you. And you was my inspiration, and I love you.
Sherry, I'd like for you to come up here with the camera. There you are. I'm sorry. And if you'll take a picture, Dad, you gonna tell me? Hold that. I'm a picture man. I believe pictures are memory. And if you don't mind, we'll take a minute and still it. Capture this.
Could they go up here and
Yeah.
just kind of stand?
Yeah, right there.
I'm sorry I couldn't say more.
That's all right.
I think you get to
That's what's important. And then we have baby brother, the last, Brother Terry. When Brother Terry came, Dad was like 14, I believe. And Brother Van, I believe, had already left the house. Is that right? And Mary and Janet wasn't far behind.
Well, as to love my brother with all my heart, and it's hard to get up here and be the little, or not the little one, but the youngest one, to follow all of that. But you know, I'm kind of used to it, because when I was in school, I'd get to some of my teachers and they'd say, "You one of them Gifford boys?" I'd say, yeah, I am. Didn't know if that was good or bad, but mostly it was good. But there's a lot of us Giffords that went through Lucasville and Valley, and I was the one that ended up graduating at Piketon. I was the lone child that went north with Mom and Dad when they started this store. But I just want to say a couple things. First thing I want to say is I love Mike, or Momo, with all my heart. For everybody that don't know what a Momo is, a Momo is somebody that's named Mike. It's got a little brother that can't say it. And that's what I used to call Mike, was Momo. And I'll tell you a story that you probably won't believe, but you can hear it from Mike. When I was just a little boy, my dad, he had a crippled leg, and he was out working all the time and doing different things. And don't start crying on me there, Mike, because you'll make me cry. So I'm trying to stay straight here. But Mike would get me on the bed, and one of my fondest memories was when Mike would put me on his feet, take me from one side of the bed to the other. And I don't know why I'm crying about that, but it was pretty fun. But I guess it's because what everybody said, it's the love that we have in our family for our brother, Mike. And the other thing that really sticks in my mind, there's a lot of things that sticks in my mind, but is a favorite toy that I had that Mike probably don't even remember, maybe he does, but it was a plastic golf set that I had that I couldn't wait till Mike came over to the house and played golf with me out in the front yard. And I'm crying about that either, because that was fun too. But that was one of my favorite toys, if not the favorite toy that I ever had. And I appreciate Mike. I've never had a chance to thank him for that, but I've remembered that all my life. I couldn't wait for Mike to come so we could play golf out in the front yard. When he lived over on the west side, he had his family too, married, but he felt enough of his little brother to come over and spend some time. Thank you.
choir's getting ready. I think it's one of Dad's favorite part. He's always liked music. Dad, I've noticed when I was going through yearbooks and stuff, Dad was in the mixed chorus all through high school. And he's always had music on his heart. And I don't know if you know it or not, but he's also a songwriter. And as you'll see later. But anyways, the choir would like to sing. We invited the choir to come and sing with us tonight. And we told the choir they was welcome to bring their family. And I appreciate the choir for making the dedication and coming forward. You will have to bear with us in case the mics are a little off. And we'll have to maybe do some adjusting on that. But enjoy. Oh, you need a mic? You need this mic. All right, ready? We're not in church, I can tell.
Check.
If it wasn't for the Lord, where would I be? My life was nothing until He set me free. What a change
But we've all got church in our background, and just that's important because if it wasn't for God, you know, we probably wouldn't be here, a lot of us. And it's important to me. Above all, I want the presence of the Lord to be here as well. Thank you, choir. Let me see where I'm at. We'd like to start the slideshow that we have for you. Choir, you may be seated where you are. And we put a slideshow together, and I'll let it tell the story. Bear with us and let us get it together here in a minute. It's just 1 second to pull this together.
That's what you are. Unforgettable, though near or far. Like a song of love that clings to me. How the thought of you does things to me. Never before has someone been there. Unforgettable in every way, and forevermore. And forevermore. That's how you stay. That's how you stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too. Unforgettable too.